Dallas.
Architecture.
Culture.
This is Columns Magazine.
As the quarterly publication of AIA Dallas and the Architecture and Design Foundation,
We are proud to uphold our mission of
Exploring community, culture,
And lives through the impact of architecture.
Our 40-plus volunteers help create each issue,
Starting with ideation by our Columns Advisory Board.
Story creation by our Columns Committee.
and oversight and production by our editorial team.
We are always looking for volunteers to join the committee.
write for the magazine,
Or share photography skills.
Please join us in 2021.
Happy holidays from Columns.
And enjoy the next issue coming soon.
The Emerging Leaders Program identifies, cultivates, and mentors young leaders in 3 areas of leadership: the firm, the profession, and our community. Prior to the pandemic, the retreat and February session were in person. In March, these sessions transitioned to Zoom meetings and followed a similar format and topics as in the previous years. Additional discussions relevant to the events of this year included an open and honest dialogue pertaining to equity and how to lead in a virtual world. Building relationships has been a hallmark of the program since its inception. After the transition to virtual sessions, the motto became, quote, "Relationship is key." More time was devoted to informal conversations to provide an opportunity to discuss, in a deeper sense, what was happening in each other's lives. Additionally, virtual happy hours were scheduled to allow the class to build those relationships. This year, ELP partnered with Dallas Pets Alive for the class project to develop prototypes for mobile pop-up fostering and adoption centers. As the pandemic evolved, the DPA had to pivot to a more flexible foster and adoption model to continue their operations. 90% of adoptions have switched to online, with a 308% increase in foster and adoption from April 2019 to April 2020.
Hello, and welcome to the 46th Ken Roberts Memorial Delineation Competition. My name is Ricardo Leon.
And I'm Selena Sedezio.
We are the 2020 chair and co-chair for the KROB committee hosted by the Dallas, Texas chapter of the American Institute of Architects.
Today we honor exceptional talent of professionals and students alike and celebrate the best works of architectural representation from traditional hand drawing to conceptual digital techniques. This year we received 396 entries from 22 different countries.
This event would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of our committee members who have worked all year to make KROB the world-renowned competition it is today. Please visit our website to view this year's winners and watch the virtual event in its entirety at www.krobarch.com.
Cheers, everyone. I'm Lisa Lampkin, co-chair of the Fellows Committee for 2020. Let's begin with raising a glass to the class of 2020. Richard Kirk Johnson, FAIA. Clifford Welch, FAIA. Mark A. Williams, FAIA. Congratulations once again to all. In the middle of the year, we had a virtual Fellows Dinner elevated with the presence of Jane Frederick, FAIA, our president, and Peter Kuttner, FAIA, our chancellor. I would like to particularly thank the 2019 Fellows Committee who supported these candidates, and thank you to the 2020 Fellows Committee who worked hard on workshops for our current class, potential class, and Tom Wirtz, my co-chair. Thank you. We've got an incredibly busy year ahead already planned, and we're well underway with nominations open now. And hopefully we look forward to Philadelphia convention in June, in person, convocations for both classes. Happy holidays, everyone.
Hello everyone, this is Andrew Wallace, the incoming 2021 CXD Chair. I had the wonderful privilege of serving with Chair Lisa Casey for 2020. Allow me to recap the year we had. We started off the year creating an affordable housing catalog to educate our committee on successful projects around the country and the tricky financial, legal, and design challenges it took to build these projects. In response to the protests of police violence and racial tension that erupted around the country, we had a series of sketching tours in areas around downtown that were once stalwarts of minority communities but are no longer due to redlining, gentrification, and urban renewal through the Federal Highway Act. Look to 2021 for similar tours we'll be coordinating. We revisited the topic of affordable housing once again during Architecture on Tap as our esteemed member Kate Aoki moderated discussion on 3 projects in Dallas. Our signature event, Ditch Your Car Day, was going to be a smashing success since everyone was working from home anyway. However, we took a different approach and conducted a survey on how COVID has affected how we use our parks and trails. We entered the Parking Day competition and partnered with Pegasus City and went head-to-head with some of the largest firms in Dallas and proudly came home with most creative design. If you're interested in learning and discussing about design issues in your community and how to reach out to your elected officials as concerned citizen architects, join us in 2021.
Hi, I'm John Mendrick. I'm the current Vice Chair and the incoming Chair of the AIA TechSo Steering Committee. The mission of our committee is to bring together architecture and construction communities through collaborative learning, networking, and service. We do this through a series of events we host throughout the year. In February, we hosted an economic forum with Anirban Basu of Sage Policy Group, giving us a forecast for the year. Turned out he didn't anticipate a global pandemic, but we had a good time. Our tech and industry roundtables met throughout the year focused on issues such as mentorship, technology tools, and BIM coordination. In November, we hosted a Bark and Build event, which was successful. This is an event where we design and build dog houses and cat houses. Those are then auctioned off, benefiting SPCA. And then finally, our YP and YCC committees hosted a backpack drive for Hope Supply Company, which benefits homeless children. I want to thank everybody who was a part of our committee this year. We're looking forward to another successful year.
Hello, AIA Dallas. I'm Randall Daniel on behalf of Kaylee and myself. I want to just give you a couple of quick highlights from the 2020 Design Awards Committee. So we had 3 really successful events. Like most of you, I'm sure you were wondering how well they would be participated in virtually and without the presence of alcohol, but we were really pleased and excited to see that they were very much participated in. So we had 3 programs: the Unbuilt Awards, the Student Awards, and the Built Awards. And we actually saw an increase over last year's participation with 51 entries in the Unbuilt program and 72 in the Built program. So it turns out, even if you don't have beer and wine, people still appreciate great design and they're willing to come out. We also fostered a new partnership with the Architects newspaper, and we hope this is an ongoing thing of media partnership to both help with advertisement, but also to bring in new voices for moderation and so forth. And so we were pleased to have a moderator in the Built Awards program from the Architects newspaper this year. And last but certainly not least, some great partnerships and connections that are being made with School of Architecture programs across the state. We currently have work from the Design Awards programs on display at many of these institutions, and we hope that this encourages participation in future programs, but also just makes connections with students, connects the AIA chapter to those students. So with that, I just want to say a quick Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all the things. I look forward to seeing you in 2021. Oh, and just one more final thought. If you haven't gone and checked out the Design Awards website lately, you should totally check it out. There's all of the great imagery from previous award winners, not just this year, but many previous years. So go check it out. Some great work there. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Beth Brandt. I am the chair of the Committee on the Environment. Chris Mendel is the vice chair this year. We hosted a number of events and I'm excited to share them with you. One of our first events was a tour of the Hall of State led by Brian Nicodemus and Marcel Quimby. It was really interesting and great to see all of the restoration work that's being done. We also had 2 other hard hat tours, one of the Records Building in downtown Dallas led by Brian Nicodemus Gensler, and the other of the Vickery Meadow Branch Library, led by myself and Kay Aoki of DSGN. Like the rest of you, in March we started meeting online and collaborating together. We also worked with other COAT leaders around the state. Our series for the year is based on AIA National's Framework for Design Excellence, taking the 10 holistic sustainable principles and bringing in speakers to present local case studies. Our COAT members worked so hard this year. I just want to thank all of them for their hard work in championing these very successful events. We did a ton this year.
Our first big event for 2020 was the Cross-Pollination Happy Hour with Leah and YP. In March, we hosted our first virtual event, a town hall meeting to check in with our network members and see how quarantine was going. We had another casual happy hour in April. In May, we hosted the Redefining Working Parents panel discussion. We invited a teacher and a psychotherapist to help guide us through working in a pandemic and being at home with and schooling kids. July brought us our favorite summer event, Architecture on Tap, with EDI and Leah. In October, we had our 4th annual Empowering Conference with over 90 in virtual attendance. In November, we had our You've Got 5 Minutes Express Yourself event, where we showcased our members' projects. We're so excited to announce the WIA Professional Development Fund that has been approved and will be distributed in 2021. Thanks to our AIA staff and our chairs, Leslie Nupvu, Arohi Polanker, and Haewon Kim coming in as co-chair next year.
We didn't let 2020 slow us down. We got creative and were able to connect both virtually and in person. We created a new event called Tour de Lia, a 10-mile ride around downtown Dallas, which gave us a new way to connect in an active, healthy way. Our Sporting Clay Classic was a success. With the proceeds, we awarded a scholarship to Diana Anda, an OSU architecture student. No pigeons were harmed during this event. We were proud to partner with the Harvest Project to deliver food basket to community members in need. This was another new facet of LEA this year, and it was gratifying to see our members making a direct and immediate impact on the community. This year, for our Enlaces event, LEA committed to using our platform to call awareness to social justice issues in our community. We focused on improving an area in downtown Dallas, near where many of us live and work. This year we expanded our network to collaborate with the Mexican Consulate and our keynote speaker Francisco González Pulido. From Francisco Sil and Maria Contreras, we would like to thank all of our members and the AIA. Muchas gracias.
Hi, this is Sonia Shaw, 2020 co-chair and 2021 chair for the Young Professionals Network. After having a great 2019 and being awarded the TXA Mentorship Award, we strive to continue our efforts of engaging with young professionals community by connecting recent grads, associates, and newly registered architects. Our 3 goals focus on mentoring, networking, and community. We had a full year planned of events, meetings, and of course happy hours. However, like all other committees and networks, 2020 had other plans. As we transitioned to virtual meetings, we were able to continue with our Success Teams program and ARE lecture series, along with hosting Architecture on Top panel leading Beyond the Mask. So what's next? What can we expect for 2021? We are committed to bring back the momentum and press onward with the expansion in leadership. We want 2021 to be the year of opportunity, while remaining focused on our goals. With the continuation of Success Teams, we also want to engage and collaborate with other networks, and host a series of events to connect young professionals and provide knowledge and mentorship within the industry. Speaking of mentors, if you have recently passed your AREs or currently taking them and are looking for an opportunity to mentor or get involved with AIA Dallas YP, please email aiadallasyp@gmail.com. Also, please reach out if you'd like to be added to our email list to be clued in on all things YP. Thanks and happy holidays.
To continue its goal to showcase Dallas's residential architecture, the 2020 Tour of Homes Committee spent the year gathering material across several different digital mediums. The Matterport scan proved an effective digital stand-in of the attendees' self-guided tour. The produced interview and streamed walkthrough not only thoroughly showcased the architecture and design, but also put the architect in the forefront and demonstrated why you should hire an architect. All this content was hosted onto one online location, allowing convenient access before, during, and even after the tour. Tomorrow, the 2020 AIA Dallas Tour of Homes will reopen the tour content for the holidays. We hope the extended timeline will allow attendees a more leisurely viewing. And with the committee's continued hard work, we will be able to offer on-demand CE as well. The 2021 Tour of Homes Committee will jump right back into action with the call for applications here in the next couple months. Keep an eye out for the AIA Dallas newsletter.
Hello, I am Michael Malone, and along with Jay McCauley, I have the distinct and joyful honor of chairing the Community Honors Committee of the Dallas chapter of the American Institute of Architects. Our committee is made up of a splendid group of talented and thoughtful practitioners, and we've had great success finding ways to recognize those among us who make significant contributions to the community and to the built environment. The purpose of the Community Honors Committee is to identify outstanding contributions to the profession by members, firms, and community supporters for national, state, and local level award programs. The committee selects nominees, seeks board approval, creates the nomination packets in conformance to the controlling criteria, and submits them for consideration by the various committees with TSA and National AIA, as well as our own chapter, AIA Dallas. It's no surprise that AIA Dallas competes well with other chapters at AIA and TSA, and we have been very successful, especially within TSA, in helping our members and supporters achieve the recognition they deserve. We are clearly the best chapter in National AIA and TSA, and we make the most important and consistent contributions to our profession. We are the uncontested standard for local chapters, both in Texas and the nation. We welcome new people joining the Community Honors Committee and hope you will consider service with a remarkable group of Dallas architects. The work is fun, interesting, and allows you the opportunity to feel real pride in the robust work and significant accomplishments of your peers. We hope the holidays will be wonderful for you and your families. Thank you.
The AIA Dallas Golf Tournament, sponsored by Acme Brick, is a staple of the spring AIA Dallas calendar. The tournament not only provides funding each year for a variety of the AIA's outreach and education programs, but also serves as a conduit for making connections throughout the broader AE industry. While the COVID pandemic forced this event into June of 2020, over 120 architects, engineers, and vendors came out for some much-needed socially distant fun. We look forward to getting back on track in 2021, hosting this tournament again at Cowboys Golf Club. Our committee is always looking for new members that bring unique perspectives to help elevate the quality of this tournament. If you have interest in joining this committee, please reach out to Shirley Che with AIA. And remember, keep your head down and hit 'em straight.